Well, I've got a mailbag, literally a mailbag. I was actually thinking about different ways of introducing this video. Reason being that this is a little bit different. Now normally I show you things I've got from AliExpress or eBay or wherever it may be. This time it's a bit different because this is literally a bag of crap from Temu.
Oh God, what have you got?
I don't know. We'll find out. So this is all from Temu, this whole thing. I've got an advert on Facebook. Imagine that.
Oh God.
It showed something I was interested in, funny that. I don't know how it knew I was interested in those things. It's almost like it was listening to me. And then I kind of followed that and I got all these offers and Temu's like, all these vouchers and all these vouchers. Kept on getting all this free stuff and like literally free. Anyway, it kept on going on for ages and I ended up buying some stuff. This is it.
Don't get Temu on your phone, you said. It's full of spyware, you said.
Facebook's spying on me anyway.
I didn't get a Temu account because you were absolutely convinced that it was shite. And so my friends were going, oh, I got this on Temu. I got this on Temu. I got this. And you've got a bag of crap from Temu?
So I should be recording before my wife got home from work.
Come on then. See what you got. Come. Let the dog see the rabbit.
What about the mailbag? Right, here we go. So, packaging straight away, yeah, not the best. It's like everything's just no bubble wrap in the outer bag. Where do we start? Let's start with a simple thing. I'm going to open the bag so you can see it. It's a little brush thing you put on your drill so you can use it for cleaning things you drill. Got one for the toilet. The same shape as a toilet brush. Anyway, so you can use these for cleaning like your car wheels and things like that, or little bits and things like that. These are nylon brushes, so they're not too abrasive, but they'd be enough to do a bit of scrubbing motion. So yeah, I don't know about getting your drill wet though, it's probably not so good, but that's what those are for. I don't remember the price, wasn't much. It was Temu after all. I think it's like $5 or something. Now the thing is though, because I don't have an affiliate account on Temu, I don't even know if there is one. I don't know if I'm going to have links down below for these things or not, because I only really want to put links down if I'm going to get affiliate money from it. So, I don't know, we'll see. May or may not be links. So, brushes. My wife seems to think she's already shown me some of these because she bought some at a garage sale. She can't find them, I'm safe, it means I bought some. So then we've got some spares. Spares are okay. Shit, she found them.
I did find them.
Oh, this has got a polishing pad, it's different, it's not the same.
They're nice, buddy. They're nice.
Next thing. These are some little heat shrink sleeves which have got the solder inside them. So you want to join some wires end to end. You can shove them both in there, heat it up, melts the solder, and it solders the wires together, and also it's got glue in there too. So it glues the thing together at the same time, makes it waterproof at the same time. So we mean to get some of these for a while, and those popped up. I thought, oh, I'll get some of them. A few different sizes. A couple of times I wish I had them so I could use them. So now I've got some. Next thing. This is a little clamp. Now it's not a nipple clamp because they're too close together. I suppose you bought two of them, but the idea is you use this to put wires in order to join them. So it's a bit like this is related to this in a way. If you wanted to, I suppose, if you weren't using these things, you can use this whole two wires together, clamp them in there, and it gives you room to solder them in place in the centre here. A nice little clamp. I mean, you could even use it for other things, I suppose, but that's what it was demonstrated as on Temu. It was holding wires together to solder them. I thought, hey, actually not a bad idea. So I got one. It's a bag inside a bag, inside a bag. Alright, it's a feeder gauge. We call it a thickness gauge. So it's got both measurements on there, millimeters and inches, metric and imperial measurements on there, I should say. So it's got the thinner ones in the centre here, not right at the very end. So it's sandwiched. But it goes from 0.04 millimeters or 0.0015 inches up to, what's the thickest one? Yeah, this one here, 0.88, 0.035 inches. No specific use for these. I thought they might be useful if I ever wanted to figure out what the gap is on something. I didn't have a specific use in mind, but I've got some here. Right, next thing, I'm not going to open this up for obvious reasons. It's a bag of heat shrink. Different sizes, pre-cut, different colours. Just a various selection there. I've already got some of these before from AliExpress, and I mean, they were finding really useful actually. Just very quickly just grab what I need, and often I'd find I'd be using like half of one or something, you know, cut half it, and that's all I need. I'll be finding very useful. I think this has got basically similar sort of sizes. Also got some transparent ones here. So yeah, just a bunch of heat shrink. You need a lot of heat shrink doing repairs and stuff like that. Splicing wires and what have you. Then you know, comes in useful. I used some recently. I was doing a repair in that Heathkit 220. So yeah, more heat shrink. Oh, it's watching over me for some reason. Not quite sure why. Copper washers. Different sizes. Are they really copper? I don't know. They could be. They look about right. We've got 5mm up to 14mm diameter. So if the numbers actually right, if pieces, quantities look, you might be right. But there's been a few times I wish I had copper washers and I didn't have any. Now I've got some. You'll probably find now that I'll have one which is like the same sort of internal dimension, but maybe the wrong width on the actual front of it or something. It's only quite narrow. 5x9 is 2mm thick. 16 to 12, that's 2mm thick, like the actual width. So yeah, we'll see. Maybe it'd be useful. This explains why it's so cheap.
You're expecting spanners with the spanner seat?
I was expecting spanners with the spanner seat, yeah. I was thinking, that's cheap for a set of spanners.
At least they weren't doll-sized, I suppose.
On the plus side, I've got something to keep on 19 to 24mm spanners, which I have sitting around. Okay. Read the description more carefully. Gloves. Some more nitrile gloves. Get the size out. Yeah, size feels fine. Already ripped one. That's fine. That's good. Used about half of my existing stock, so I thought I'd get some more. This is a nice little bag. This still bothers me. It showed a spanner set. Anyway. This is a oil filter spanner. So extend it out. You can put that on your oil filter on your vehicle, hopefully, and then you can use this to attach or remove, mostly remove oil filters. So you're trying to undo it, it should actually pull tight that way. So you can stick a ratchet in there or a spanner on the outside, and because it's like that, it will actually, if you're trying to turn it to undo it, it will pull it in and make it grip. Got a few different types of removal tools for filters, and it doesn't matter, no matter what I've got, it's always the wrong type to get into the situation I'm trying to use it in. I didn't have one like this, so I got one like this. Actually feels quite nice, it feels quite substantial. See that picture there? Thing showing spanners? See, show spanners. No, it doesn't. It's meaningless.
Didn't come with a man either, did it?
No, no, but it did show spanners.
Read the description.
That was the picture I saw. That was the leading picture.
Read the description.
So was that one. See, those are the two pictures that showed me.
What does the description say?
Tool storage bag.
It does say 14 pieces though.
14 piece tool storage bag.
Storage bag.
See, storage bag.
14 pockets.
Bag. There.
Bag.
Bastards.
14 pockets.
Only pay $7 for it though. Right. It's a magnetic level which is adjustable. It's got a level here. You see it in those directions. You do that screw there, it changes that one, tips it up and down. So this is meant for doing wheel alignments. So you stick it on your wheel, as long as your wheel is vertical, or at least you've got a steel wheel for a start, or a beam across the tyre which is touching the tyre quite correctly, and it's steel, you can stick this onto it. And then you can use this as a gauge to work out the camber, positive negative camber. And you've got this one here just to help make sure it's not tipped. Yeah, you have to get that centered balance that way. So then you tip it this way, you're not getting a forward reverse caster measurement at the same time. This wasn't expensive. I'll show you a whole bunch of prices at the end. Once I've finished, I'll pull up the phone and show the prices of everything, so everything you're interested in. Like I said, I don't have an affiliate account, so there may or may not be links anyway. Right, next thing. There's two bags the same. I'm not sure if these are the same items or not. It's a magnetic tool holder. Right. It's got some magnets behind a sticker. That's yeah, literally magnets behind a sticker. Didn't look as dodgy as that in the photo. So you've got this mount that goes like that. Okay, alright. So it'll sit like this. So the only real magnetic bit there is going to be in the middle. No, it's not got this, it's because I've got this one here which I showed previously in the mailbag, and it wouldn't hold the screwdrivers. The screwdrivers just slid straight off the front of it. It was not doing the job. So can we see if this crappy looking one, which looks nowhere near as good, can do the job? Well, it may look like crap, but it actually works. It can actually do it. Obviously, right at the ends where there's no magnet, it's not so good. But where the magnet is, in that little region there, it's fine. That actually works. So, although it's a cheap one, I mean, put it on the back, it doesn't work. Only works on the front. So, yeah, it's an interesting design. It's definitely garbage, but it actually functions, unlike the one which looked nice. Which would you rather have? The one that works and looks like crap, or one which is nice and doesn't work? Now, in fact this bag looks the same, there's a really good chance it's exactly the same thing. I may have bought two, thinking I'll have one in here and one in the garage, or put two side by side or something, because it's only 8 inches long. I was thinking 8 inches probably isn't enough. Interesting, my wife hasn't said anything. Yep, it's another one, exactly the same. And I call it an 8-inch holder, but is it really? Because the only actual bit which is magnetic is this bit long. Right? That's how long it is, which is functional and usable. Get a tape measure out. So it's 20 centimeters long in its entirety. Right, so that is 8 inches. The actual usable section is only, let's go a little bit each side because it is slightly over there, so about 12 centimeters. Well, probably not, it's really, the only real magnetic bit really is probably 11 centimeters. So it's actually a 4-inch. Been lied to about the length again. This is the time for you to say something.
What, like 8 inches isn't that long, darling?
Bolts. Yeah, nuts washers, split washers, and hexagonal bolts. I don't remember which size these were. It'd be nice if it actually said on the case. Does it say here? Flange bolt set. Doesn't say whether it's metric or whatever it is. I think it is metric. The catch is broken on one side. Awesome. .48-piece socket wrench set. But is there really? Or is it just a box for one? Get into it. Now, is it crushed? Yes, it is crushed. Because it's quite flimsy. Right, it isn't broken, but it is kind of shaken up. Okay, it's here. It's a mess. It's been shaken around in postage, but you know, it's kind of expected, I suppose. Yeah, it needs organising. I'll come back onto tidy it up. Reorganised it all, put it all back to where it's supposed to be. Quality wise, it's a 1/4 inch drive set. Case is very, very flimsy. That's why the bits fell out, I think. It is blown moulded, so it's quite thin because of that. It's being blown moulded. I do like the fact it's got this universal joint fitting in there. It's quite nice though. But all of these fittings, they're like, the chrome is not nice. Let me show you. Can you see that surface on there? There's really poor quality chroming. Like the steel underneath it is rusted or quite rough, and it's been roughly polished, and then chromed. So all these parts look a bit like that, where the quality of the parts don't look very good. But it's the sort of thing which you just use occasionally anyway, really. So being a 1/4 inch set, sort of thing you'd use occasionally to do little jobs anyway. It's nothing particularly exciting about this. Got a flexible drive here as well, which is actually quite stiff. Not that flexible. But yeah, all these sockets and stuff, they all look the same. That sort of same finish on them, where they're not quite... This don't look good. You know, these just... the casting or something, whatever it is, I don't know. But also quite light. The socket's quite light. So I get the biggest one here. This doesn't weigh that much. You know, I don't think this will actually survive being used, this big one. Because the wall's also quite thin on them, very thin. So that looks the part, kind of. Apart from the poor surface finish, and this one looks slightly better than the rest. As these are really thin right here, and there's not much weight to this, there's a good chance it'll just shatter or fall apart when you go to use it. So smaller ones might be alright, because you know, proportion of wall thickness versus socket is much bigger. Alright. I suppose it's a case of trying it out and seeing how good it is in the end one day, but it wasn't that expensive. Obviously. Last thing of this haul. Why do I have another one? It's another one. Only this one's green. It's the same thing. The same set. Only in green. I know I'd like to have a spare bit of crap stuff. I don't know. Oh, it's got a different name on it. Look, San Excel. This one must be better because it says Excel in the name. No, the bits are falling out of this one too.
That's why it's green.
It's exactly the same packaging. Why is it green?
Because Excel is green.
Oh, Excel's green, yeah, I suppose. Microsoft Excel, yeah. Same poor surface finish on the sockets. On the adapter, same poor surface finish. It's exactly the same. It's at the same factory, the same poor level of quality. At least the ratchet works. For how long? Don't know. But yeah, okay. Well, that's another set. Why on earth would I have bought two sets exactly the same? Now, normally I would do if it's something good. I wouldn't bother on something cheap and rubbishy like this. Okay, this is the picture of the black set. See all these nice shiny sockets, all looking good. I mean, it does look nice. The ratchet is all shiny too, so this all looks nice. It's got one of those little detent things in the centre for releasing the sockets. Yeah, okay, and there's also 3 of them stacked up to make it look like it's getting more than it actually is. Well, that's this one. I mean, it kind of looks like it, but talk about marketing rank. The quality of this is nowhere near the quality that's represented in that picture. That picture looks okay because it's all shiny. It looks like the chrome's nice. So it actually looks okay, alright? Looks like the sort of thing you'd expect. So, no. So the price on that was $23. Now that's not too bad for a socket set actually, but how long is that set going to last? Is it going to rust away sitting in the box because the chrome's not very good? I don't know. $23, not too bad. Heat shrink. This was $6.70 for me. This is New Zealand prices obviously. Cat, stop rusting in the bags. Cat, stop eating the bag. So, $6 for the heat shrink. Again, it says it's off, 50% off. The other socket set, which is identical. Again, the picture makes it look better than it really is. Look how shiny and all that chrome is. Look how nice it all is. Look at that, beautiful set. Looks like a really nice set. Yeah, it's not. So, yeah, slightly misrepresented. Don't believe the pictures you see on Temu. So, and that was $22. That was slightly better. It's $1 cheaper, but it's also half price. We've got the heat shrink sleeve things with the solder in them. That's $4 for that set. Not too bad. Wheel alignment level thing. That was $16. $17 again. Whole bunch of money off apparently. Brilliant. It's a bargain. Not. The copper washers, which may or may not be copper washers. Those are $12 for a set. Okay. Again, with some ridiculous markdown, which is a bunch of rubbish. Feeler gauges. That is $10. Again, discounted, but it's not. It's only a small discount. That one, that's a bit more reasonable. And those ones seem okay. The brushes, which I didn't need because apparently I've already got some. $8. Little clamp thing for doing soldering. $1.90. That's alright. We've got a couple of them. The gloves. Paid $6.90 for those as well. Heavily discounted apparently. I don't think so. They're just gloves. Nothing that exciting. Magnetic thing, which doesn't look quite so good as it does in the picture. There's the picture. If you look closer, you can kind of see it actually does wrap around. That is a sticker. Not so obvious to see in the pictures though. So that's the 8-inch one, which is... Well, I'm not in the room, so I can't get a comment on that. The also got the 12-inch one and an 18-inch one. So, and there's also a 24. Nice. And this is what caught me, is that it shows it holding up these things, including screwdrivers. So I was thinking, right, maybe it can actually do it. They could have glued them on there, of course, but yeah. So that wasn't too bad. Now that was $10 I paid for that, for each one. Maybe it's a bit on the high side for basically a strip of magnets in it. Oil filter spanner. That's $25. That's quite expensive. Actually, that's one of the best things in this whole set, I think, is that. That's actually one of the most robust things in the whole lot. $25 reduced from 34, so you know, yeah. And these bolts, which the picture doesn't actually match what I've got, do they? It's got two different pictures there. It's got flange bolts and plain bolts. So I've got plain bolts, apparently. Stainless 304, apparently. M5, M6, M8 bolt sizes. And that's $13 for that set. For stainless, that's not too bad, if they are really stainless. So it could just be plain steel, which has been nickel plated, rather than stainless. The spanner set, bag, that's $7. It's like, well, that's a lot of money for a bag, but I thought it was an okay price for a set of cheap spanners. Moral of the story is, check the pictures thoroughly. Don't believe what you see in the pictures either. And maybe be choosy about what you buy, because some of these things are okay and perfectly fine. These spanner sets are definitely rubbish. I think it's probably a case of looking at the price you're paying and basing it on that rather than anything else. These were very cheap for a decent set, so the price is very low on those. I'm annoyed I've got two different ones somehow. I don't know how I did that. Maybe I was looking at different ones and decided to get both by mistake. There's a few bits in here which are good. I mean, this is good. That's really good. And that's one of the cheapest things. That's like $1.90 for that thing. It's going to be really useful. And these things, of course. So, and at least I've got a bag to put my spanners in. I definitely should have recorded this before my wife got home from work. Patreon support link over there. If you want to help support the channel, helping to buy some more stuff which maybe isn't so rubbish. Subscribe over here. There's also a link down below there to buy me a coffee if you want to do that. That's like $5 or something, whatever it may be. Just a one-off donation if you want to do that instead. Maybe with that money, get enough of that, I could buy a decent tool set. Catch you later.